my next guest is Jorgo. Hello and welcome. I'm very happy that you are my guest. You are basically Mr. Hydrogen in Europe today. How much fun has it been to work for hydrogen in the last years?
In the beginning it was difficult because you needed to scratch doors and nobody wanted to talk to you because they thought hydrogen, that's really small and not important. But two elements have really caused that hydrogen became so important. Number one was COVID, so the pandemic, where the supply chains were interrupted and the guys who were on the Green Deal said, oh my God, people will not invest into green technologies if they don't have something to eat. Hydrogen was a way out because it combined basically the greening and the cleaning of our economy and our system with new jobs.
We are investing a lot in Europe in hydrogen at the moment. Actually, we're even investing more than China and the US together. When do we see a real hydrogen market in Europe, according to you?
So the reality is that in Europe we have a lot of different tools, but imagine a toolbox. It's very chaotic. China and US, they are more, directed to help supply chains, parts of the supply chains, and this is the big difference. Yeah, we can overcome the problem by bringing up the hydrogen bank. So the European Hydrogen Bank is a tool that we will use to overcome the chicken and egg dilemma, also as a market-making element.
What does it do, the bank, what is planned?
The bank wants, on one hand, to support production, so the manufacturing of hydrogen production tools like electrolyzers with a fixed premium, and on the other hand, to also support the demand.
Hydrogen has been talked about and called champagne of fuels because it is scarce, or we expect it to be scarce, and therefore only to be used, sparingly, let's say. At the same time, we've just recently heard from the International Energy Agency that they expect in 2030 hydrogen or clean hydrogen production to be exceeding the demand. Which one of the two is it? Too much or too little?
So first of all, hydrogen is expensive at the moment. It's too expensive because the regulation in Europe is extremely complicated and brings the price up. And this is what we want to bring down with the hydrogen bank. In the end, scale will bring down the cost. When it comes to chicken and egg, this will be easily overcome by applying the rules that we have correctly. So we have the Renewable Energy Directive, where, for instance, the industry that uses hydrogen, so the chemical industry, fertilizer industry, petrochemical industry, need to replace grey hydrogen, existing hydrogen based on fossil fuels, by green hydrogen. 42% in 2030.
We are getting close to the European election, therefore also in the European Commission. What's your wishes for the next European Commission in the field of hydrogen, obviously?
More pragmatism, because we cannot survive as European Union if we continue to think ideologically. So to exclude certain technologies from the very beginning, we need to shorten the time to decarbonization and not to throw out of the basket certain technologies.
Thank you for your time, Jorgo. Very nice talking to you. Come on, but give me your real number one wish.
I could say that Mrs. von der Leyen always pronounces it wrong. She says hydrogen. We need to tell her that there are hydrogens and there's hydrogen. It's rather the gin.
That's a good one. Hydrogens.